Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our showing of Fences from 2016, the fifth film in our Black American Experience in Film series, produced and directed by Denzel Washington and starring Washington himself as Troy Maxson and Viola Davis in her Academy Award-winning performance as Best Supporting Actress as Rose Lee Maxson. The film was adopted for the screen by the distinguished African-American playwright August Wilson from his Pulitzer Prize-winning Broadway play of the same name, Fences, is part of a group of 10 autobiographical plays Wilson wrote, known as the Pittsburgh Cycle, all of which are set in Pittsburgh, his hometown, each play depicting a different decade of the 20th century. This one takes place in 1956. The film received fine critical reviews, especially for Washington and Davis for their performances, and for Washington for his directing, and for the screenplay, which is credited solely to Wilson, although he was not able to complete it before he died in 2005. Washington himself did some rewriting, and then brought in the American playwright Tony Kushner to do a more serious rewrite. Although neither took credit for the screenplay, Kushner instead was given a credit for co-producing the film. Much was made of the need to honor Wilson's words and to make all decisions necessary to keep Wilson's voice alive in the dialogue. It took more than 10 years to bring the film to the screen, partly because Wilson insisted on an African-American director, and partly because many people who were approached to contribute to the project had conflicting commitments to other projects. Denzel Washington is an African-American actor, director, and producer best known for playing characters defined by their grace, dignity, humanity, and inner strength. His first major film was A Soldier's Story, 1984, and he has received 9 Academy Award nominations, 6 of them for Best Actor. To date, he's been honored with 17 NAACP Image Awards, 3 Golden Globes, 1 Tony, and 2 Oscars. Best Supporting Actor for Glory in 1982, and Best Actor for Training Day in 2001. In 2020, the New York Times ranked him the greatest actor of the 21st century. He made his directorial debut in 2012 with Antoine Fisher. Fences is his 3rd film as director. Viola Davis is an African-American actress and producer who received the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for this film, a Primetime Emmy, and a Tony for her performance in the Broadway revival of Fences, and is the first African-American actress to be honored with the Triple Crown of Acting Awards. The New York Times has just ranked her as one of the 25 great actors of the 21st century. Ben Brantley of the Times said that her performance in Fences is extraordinary, and that, quote, her face is a poignant paradox, both bone-tired and suffused with sensual radiance. She is currently starring as the title character in Wilson's play, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, on Netflix. Viola Davis is a member of the Motion Picture Academy of Arts and Sciences. Plot summary. A middle-aged, working-class African-American sanitation worker tries to raise his family in Pittsburgh in 1956 while trying to come to terms with the events of his life. Troy Maxson makes a hard-scrabble living slinging garbage cans, but manages to earn a sufficient living to keep his family in food and clothing and provide a safe roof over their heads. Maxson was a baseball star in the 1930s Negro Leagues, but was never able to make it to big league baseball because black athletes were not permitted to play at that level. He takes out his resentment on everyone around him. He's been married to his all-suffering wife, Rose, for the better part of 18 years. When he makes a serious mistake, their marriage begins to crumble, and more tension affects the family. Fun facts about the film. The movie was filmed on location in the Hill District of Pittsburgh. The original Broadway production of Fences won awards for Best Play, Best Actor for James Earl Jones as Troy, and Best Featured Actress for Mary Alice as Rose. In 2017, August Wilson was posthumously awarded the Oscar for Best Adapted Screenplay. Davis made the decision against Washington's advice to compete for the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress because she did not think she had as good a chance to win in the Best Actress category. Spike Lee also did some uncredited rewrites on Wilson's screenplay. When Paramount acquired the rights to the play in 1987, Eddie Murphy wanted to play the role of 17-year-old Corey Maxon. But by the time production actually began, he had aged out of the role. In the film's opening shot, the most prominent building on the left side of the screen is lettered Pittsburgh Courier. This was the headquarters of Pittsburgh's highly respected African-American newspaper. One of the Courier sports writers, Wendell Smith, advocated for ending the color line in Major League Baseball and actually traveled around in 1947 with Jackie Robinson during his first season with the Dodgers. Washington had not only acted with Viola Davis before, but he had also directed her in Antoine Fisher in 2012. Store signs show the phone number of the business to be 412 ... But this is not accurate. In 1956, phone numbers were not all numerical, since directed distance dialing had not yet come into use. When Troy and his friend Bono are talking in 1956, a tan 1955 Pontiac Chieftain is parked at the curb. It has Buick Wildcat wheels on it from 1957. Corey arrives home from the Marines wearing a full-dress uniform. At the time of the play's ending, a Marine enlisted man had to buy that uniform for himself. At the time, the Marine Corps issued only Class A uniforms, which were a drab olive green color. That is most likely what Corey would have worn for his father's funeral. Things to look for: the hilly topography of Pittsburgh, Corey's bungled uniform, the tan Pontiac Chieftain with the wrong wheels, the Pittsburgh Courier building. Viola Davis has two magnificent monologues in her role. One about halfway through the film when Troy comes home to tell her the awful thing that he's done, and a second speech which is spoken to her son Corey at Troy's funeral. You'll know them when you hear them. Also, listen for the use of astute baseball lingo in Troy's speeches. Okay, folks, settle down with some refreshments and the film will run shortly. Enjoy Fences. I'll see you all next week.